Hi, I'm Kim Sparks, and I'm an application developer from North Carolina. For the USGS Amplifying Earth Science Data Competition, I've developed a species comparison tool. To use the tool, you just need to select two species that you're interested in learning a little bit more about. And you can either select them from the drop-down list, or you can type their name directly in. You can filter the list by the type of species using these radio buttons up here, so if you only want to see birds, you could just select birds. We're going to compare the bald eagle and the golden eagle for our first comparison, and you can also choose whether you want to look at species range or species distribution. We're going to look at species range. The species range and distribution services are the map feature services that are provided by the USGS Gap Analysis program. We're going to see the bald eagle on the left and the golden eagle on the right. And then you can use this swipe tool to kind of get a quick feel for the differences in their range. I've always been interested in the bald eagle because I remember when I was in grade school, a teacher told me that most Americans will never see a bald eagle, even though it's our national bird. But I think that the bald eagle has benefited from conservation efforts since I've been in grade school, and we actually have a lot of opportunity to see them here in North Carolina. And if you look at the legend here, you can see they're present in our state year-round, so we're very lucky there. Now if you use the swipe tool, you can see though, we do not get to see the golden eagle in North Carolina. So if that's a species that we want to add to our bird list, we either have to go north when they're in their wintering range, or when you zoom out, you can see that it looks like they spend more of their time in the western part of the state. So you can kind of just get a quick comparison for range. You can do the same thing with distribution. And, I really already felt that the GAP species viewers do a good job of letting you explore species range and distribution. And what I was really after was the ability to add taxonomy, life history, and conservation information to the website so that you can get that information all in one place. So that's what these species pull-downs do. When you expand the species info, if there's a picture available from NatureServe's imagery service, you'll see that here. You can link to the IDIS information. This IDIS information comes from the IDIS service. If you want additional information, you can go ahead and link to the full IDIS listing. Similarly, you can do the NatureServe Explorer search. It's a common name search, so it may bring back a couple results, as it does for the bald eagle. But then you can click on the link for the bald eagle and get a full report that includes life history, conservation status, all kinds of information about the species that you've selected. So all of this information is now here together, all in one place, and you can of course see it for the other species that you've selected as well. Now my intent was really to create kind of a fun educational tool for people to use, but you could also use this tool for kind of a high-level conservation investigation if you wanted to. Two species that we're really interested in North Carolina are the red-cockaded woodpecker and the red wolf. So I'm going to select these two species. This time we're going to look at species distribution. And these are two species that you might want to consider for a conservation project. So if you're looking to do conservation, you might want to choose an area where you can affect more than one species. Now you see the red wolf distribution is only like in the small part of North Carolina, and the red-cockaded woodpecker is the southeast. So let's zoom in closer so we can take a closer look at this distribution information. And you'll see here is the part of the state where we have the red wolf. But then when you use the swipe tool with the red-cockaded woodpecker, there's not as much overlap as you might hope. So some information like this might help you kind of zero in on more discrete areas where you could investigate if there's an opportunity to do conservation that would benefit both species. Now this map swipe tool is actually a template that I downloaded from ArcGIS Online. And typically when you use these templates, you go ahead and you create maps on ArcGIS Online and you just provide the unique ID to fill the maps. Well, the USGS Gap Analysis program provides the species distribution information for hundreds of species, so it doesn't make sense to create a map for each of those species individually. So what I did instead is I used the ArcGIS Online JSON specification to dynamically create those maps when you select the species. You can get more information about the services and the map template that I'm talking about by clicking on this references link here. And then also my contact information is down here on the right, so if you have questions or would like more information, I'd love to hear from you. And with that, I will thank you for your time and consideration.